What's up, y'all? It's your girl Name. I'm just here to talk real quick, just to talk about this new interview with Jackie Christie's daughter, Takari Lee. And she went on if y'all don't know, she went on Hollywood Unlocked, and she discussed basically her son's injury, the money from the GoFundMe that's been in discrepancy for a while on Basketball Wives from Evelyn to her, and how Jackie treated her growing up or whatever. So basically, oh yeah, and as you guys know, I work overnight, so I'm on my break, I'm in the car, and I have my light running, but I'm going to turn it off in a few seconds because I don't want my battery to die. But yeah, just for the start, I'll let y'all see me. So basically, well, the only two people in the interview today, well, this particular interview were Jason and Giovanni. Well, I can't remember the lady's name. Is her name Melissa? I believe her name is Melissa. She's usually on there, but she was on vacation or something today. So the interview, let me start with my opinion overall. Overall, I believe that Jackie is a terrible, fucked up mom, like they were trying to portray her through different things on Basketball Wives, and now she's trying to make it like Evelyn was just coming at her motherhood and trying to dig up all this dirt on her. Like, nah, you was doing some of that stuff, Jackie. Most of that stuff, I believe, honestly. If you guys viewed the interview, I'm a person who kind of goes for people's energies, and from her energy, I kind of got that she was being genuine and that she didn't have anything really to gain from going in there and making up stories about her mom or whatever the case may be. So if you guys don't really have the backstory, Takari's son, he was a baby, like I guess like a 1-year-old or whatever. He got burnt at daycare. He pulled a bottle warmer off the dresser, off the counter, and the water got on him and burned him. So she was explaining how it was one of her cousin's ideas to make a GoFundMe to get the money to help with his injuries initially. So it was working out or whatever, and Evelyn Lazada, everybody knows Evelyn from off of Basketball Wives, had donated $3,500 to Takari, and it started a whole big fight and discrepancy on Basketball Wives because Jackie thought that Evelyn was being messy and that she was just talking directly to Takari and getting all this backstory and history. Sorry y'all, my phone fell out the holder. History of Jackie being mean and malicious to Takari when she was growing up. So that's what Jackie really thought it was about. What Takari was stop for a second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So back to what I was saying. So what Takari was explaining is that Evelyn and her never had real direct conversations via text message, via, phone conversation. Like they've always DM'd or done it via social media. And on the show, as you can see, Jackie feels like they're directly talking or whatever because Takari sent Evelyn the book. And Takari was also explaining how Jackie was really, really, really doing everything in her power to be against this book before it came out because she thought that it was going to be a tell-all about her life in particular, like telling everything, all of her business, and the things that she did when she was younger, I guess before she got with Doug, her husband Doug. So Takari was explaining that she didn't really know those stories in depth to be able to even tell in a book. The book was basically just her point of view because she's not a cast member on Basketball Wives, and these people are talking about her constantly, and she wanted people to hear her side of the story, which is totally understandable and relatable. I understand. These people can't I don't have the platform like Basketball Wives, so these people need to hear my side of the story by any means necessary, any way they can get it. And why not make a little coin while I can off of the story, okay? So, yeah, Takari was just basically explaining how, Jackie didn't want the book to come out, and everybody she talked to about the book, it was basically in a negative context because she thought it was going to be her business, and Evelyn had got this book first, so it was just like a flame to ignite her, like make her upset, because if y'all do remember, if y'all had seen Basketball Wives, the conversation was brought up on a vacation at a dinner, and she was basically like, hey, I just got Takari's book, and to me it seemed shady. It seemed like with everything in combination, a combination of her talking to Takari and the way the season was going down, and how, you know, even Tammy and Jackie on this season are saying that Evelyn gave Takari the money like 8 months after the GoFundMe was ever even initially posted. And it was saying, they were saying that Takari didn't even need the money, so Evelyn was just reaching and being messy. And Takari kind of went over that too. She was saying, you know, how she didn't even talk. Well, hold up, rewind before I get on that subject. Jackie's a liar. Jackie is the biggest liar, because all last season, all Jackie did was scream and holler about how she was there for her grandkids and her grandson that needed her. No, she wasn't there physically, but she sent them money and made sure they had everything they needed and was checking on him daily and FaceTiming and whatever else she said she was doing. Takari said she wasn't doing none of that. So apparently this baby got burnt in, like, around November. Takari was like, she hadn't heard anything from Jackie since, what did she say? Don't quote me on that. The baby either got burnt like midsummer or November. And Takari was saying that before that she hadn't even heard or seen Jackie since February of that year. And then afterwards, once it happened and it was even public and it was on social media, because, you know, initially your family will know before social media, and Jackie's daughter Shani had directly called Takari to check on the baby as soon as it happened. Like, Takari was explaining that she was still in a state of shock in the moments where she couldn't even talk to anybody on the phone because she was trying to figure out what's wrong with her baby, or what's the situation going to be, how bad is the damage. Like, that's how early on Jackie and Shani had news that this was going on. And Jackie never reached out, is what Takari is saying. That she never, ever, never reached out, ever, in regards to her grandson being severely burnt at daycare. And she's mad at Evelyn for donating, but you didn't even send a phone call, a edible arrangement, a teddy bear, like a care package, like anything, Jackie. So at this point, it's making sense. It's making it look like Jackie is really trying to cover her ass. Like, and it's making sense because she was going too hard. Like, she don't want Shani talking to Evelyn. It's like when a person is lying about something and they trying to protect everybody around them from discovering the truth. This is what Jackie is looking like. And I've been in this situation a lot of times, and it's honestly annoying. And it's like it would be a lot easier if you just told the truth, admitted your faults, admitted your wrongs, and started to mend your relationship with Takari, instead of trying to cover up the fact that y'all have had differences since Takari was younger and acting like now they don't exist on that subject. So Takari goes to talk about her childhood in regards to Jackie and how that was. And by the way, y'all, I hate this hair, but it is what it is. I'm just trying all these protective styles so that I'm just transitioning natural. I'm like 8 months in, and I'm just trying everything. But anyway, they go to Takari talking about her childhood in regards to Jackie, and she basically says, like, my mom didn't raise me, my grandma did. And Jason wants to know, like, was that from the beginning, like birth, or was it like you went on your grandmother's house on a weekend type thing, or is it like your grandmother was dead ass taking care of you while you got this mama, and this mama got this rich husband, and y'all just run around doing what y'all want, and y'all not taking care of y'all kids? That's what it was. So Takari basically was like, it wasn't from birth, but when she had always lived with her grandma for the most part. Hold on, it's these patients coming out from the hospital. I don't want them looking at me. Okay, so oh yeah, so Takari had been living with her grandma basically her whole life, and then when she turned 9, she went to go date Jackie moved Grandma and Takari into the house with her dog, Shani, and their little brother, Doug Jr. So, Takari was saying how she never felt genuine love from Jackie. Like, she never felt loved. Like, and she felt like Shani and Doug Jr., they always got it. They always got the love, you know. And she touched on a couple of different things, like including suicide, which was really touching to me, because you could really feel the raw emotion in this girl. And she was really open. She was really honest. And I don't think that she really had anything to gain from this interview. And she just wanted people to have clarity, like that Jackie Christie don't have this daughter that's just sitting around not doing anything for herself. And, you know, personally, I understand it, because I've watched a lot of things that pertain to this particular situation, including Basketball Wives, but Jackie Christie actually went on The Breakfast Club, which is one of the most syndicated radio shows ever. Everybody watches The Breakfast Club. And she sat there and said that this girl, that she sends money to these kids all the time, help take care of these kids, pay rent and bills and all this stuff for Takari, and Takari just sat there, and I believe she said something to the extent of Takari smoked up, Takari and the baby daddy smoked weed, and they smoked up all the GoFundMe money, and it was just all this slanderous things. And I just felt like if it was your daughter and y'all did have any kind of rapport, you know, the kind you saying y'all had, you wouldn't have came at her like that, and especially not in public. But I guess in Jackie's offense, she felt attacked and knew this book was coming out, so she had to do and say anything that she could to try to discredit Takari ahead of time. But, I mean, the truth always comes out, and the truth always makes a lot more sense than a lie. I tell people all the time, lies, you can try to make them make sense, but once they get deep, like, it's not going to make too much sense. And then if it's standing beside the truth, the truth is going to make a lot of sense. It's going to make all the sense in the world. So, I always tell people, if you want to lie, you better lie on something that ain't going to come back to get you. You shouldn't lie, though. It's hard to remember lies. Learned that young. Anyway. What I got from it is, and coupled, I remind you guys, this is coupled with things that I've seen in the past. You know, it's little clips from Basketball Wives 3-4 seasons ago, with Takari discussing with her therapist how she feels about Jackie. I'm sorry, Jackie. This girl is not no teenager trying to come up. I mean, well, I don't think she was a teenager. She might have been like early 20s, maybe like 20, 21, because now on an interview I believe she's like 28 or whatever. But she might have been like 20, 21, and she's on there crying with Shani right there saying how, you know, you made her run on a treadmill. Shani didn't have to. You made her eat certain things. You never liked her because she was darker, and you always treated Shani and Doug Jr. better. I see that. And I'm not even there. Shani and her little baby all on TV with you. I mean, Shani even got a confessional. Shani about to get a check. Now, granted, Takari says she doesn't want to be a part of the Basketball Wives enterprise. Jackie, why in all these seasons of crazydom of Jackie on Basketball Wives have you never had your grandkids? This Takari has 4 children. Why have you never had those grandkids? I seen Shani baby about 2 or 3 times, and this is a brand new baby. You mean to tell me you got 4 other grandkids that ain't nobody ever seen before, Jackie? Girl, that is what that is. So I don't know. I haven't been posting, and I haven't been really doing reviews. I've been supposed to be doing reviews for the longest. I just been getting caught up in work and life, and y'all know how it is. I always tell people working overnight is definitely a lifestyle because you don't get used to it. And I never get all my sleep in one. It's kind of like I come home, I kind of get my son ready for school, take him to school, I get a couple of hours, pick him up from school, do a couple of things around the house that need to be done, maybe cook dinner, you know, a little activity or whatever. Then I'm trying to hurry up and get to like 3 or 4 hours before I go into work. So it's hard for me, y'all. But I really want to give y'all some good content. So, you know, I'll have a rant here or there, and I will. The show, you know what, y'all, I might got something for y'all, because Basketball Wives getting a little juicy. They got these new people on there, and That was getting a little juicy. Black Ink Crew Chicago just started. That might be a little juicy too. I don't know. I only watched the first episode so far. I might give y'all a little review on that, little taste of a review or whatever. But I just needed to talk about this because for a while, it's not personal to me or anything, but I hate it personally. I hate when people when they have children and they treat some of the children different than the other children, and it's because of the spouse that they had this child from, and this, that, and the third. And I just wanted to get to the bottom of it. I really wanted to know, and this is the first time I've heard Takari, like actually her, because after Jackie had her interview on the Breakfast Club, Takari had a moment to speak. It was about 3 or 4 minutes. And I'm sorry, I'm twisting my BDBs. I hate when they just free. I like to like control them and like kind of like tuck them up or whatever, so they're not just out in the back of my hair. But Takari only got to talk for a couple of minutes, and Jackie has said a lot of hurtful things. And I feel like when somebody's saying some hurtful and damaging things like that, then maybe the other person should be in the room if it's the situation where it's the mother-daughter type thing. Now, everybody don't need to be in the room together because it might just turn into a fight. But that in particular, I think that that would have been the right thing to do to get some clarity. I think that right now, at this point where we are with the situation, I think that Jackie would be kind of backpedaling on a lot of stuff. She would kind of just be like, Corey, how do you think that? Y'all know how Jackie talk. Corey, how are you telling these people that? Corey, you're going to make the world think bad things about me. Corey. But that girl seemed genuine. She don't seem like no TV personality trying, lie and downplay Jackie's life or her success. It seems like, no, Jackie, you got a couple skeletons in the closet. You've been being unfair and it's nasty. And you should have never been like that to a child. Never. Takari, that's what I was talking about that I wanted to touch on. It was a serious moment in the interview when Takari was speaking on suicide and how she had wrote so many suicide letters, and she went through such a long time of depression and different things, living with her grandma and realizing that like my brother and my sister live with my mom, and why doesn't she love me enough for that, and this, that, and third. And to add on to that, Takari also had a speech impediment, and I believe they said completely deaf in one ear and like 30% deaf in the other ear. So, she has like a lisp, a slight lisp when she talks, which is noticeable to people. And we know that kids can be cruel, and and coupled with having a medical issue that was open to the world, because when you speak, everybody can hear you speak. And your mom, seeming like she's, I don't know if it's allegedly, seeming like, or in my opinion, we just gonna go with what she was, because I go with energy and what I think, like spirit wise, and I seen her spirit in that video. Yes, I did see her spirit in that video, and I can feel people energies do videos, whether they're being genuine or not as well. For the people who want to question my abilities, yes, they're real. But anyway, she definitely seemed like a genuine person, and I think that all of that stuff paired together, that can make anybody want to kill themselves. And as a 9-year-old child, and she said that she was also always a little more heavy set, so I could see how she could get to even if it wasn't Jackie doing it, how she could get to comparing herself. Well, any child wants to know what's different between me, Doug, and Shani, that I'm with grandma and that they're with mom and dad, with mom and stepdad, and everything is peachy keen, and they're this like whole public family, and I'm just like this hidden child. That would make any child like, what is different about me? I'm half deaf, I got a little speech lisp, I'm heavier, and I'm dark skinned. That's just facts. Those are just facts. Like, so I understand where Jackie want to say like she didn't treat her differently because of certain things, but Jackie, you might have. You really, honestly, and truly might have. And it just is what it is. And Takari was saying how she remembered very vividly her first suicide letter, and how she remembered the most important part being that she loved her grandma. that her grandma was the only positive, shining bright light in her life, and that she loved her for that. Even Takara was saying now, like, I don't know how to love. She doesn't know how to love people outside of, like, her children. She doesn't know how to receive the love from people, like, outside of her children and her grandma. And that speaks a lot, because I don't know if she just skipped out on a part, but that could speak a lot, because you have 4 children by, I'm assuming the same man, because she was saying their dad. I'm assuming the same man. You have 4 children by the same person, and you didn't bring him up when you said you felt love from people. So is this like a chain, not a chain, like a cycle that you're continuing on, like having these toxic people in your life that you really don't know if they love you or not, but it's like it's what you're used to, so you just continue on with life? I don't know, but that's for another conversation. So what I got out of the interview, I don't really remember. I didn't take notes on this interview. I kind of just watched it on the fly at work. Usually I'll take notes and do like little points that I want to review, that I want to go back over, because I can't really remember any other particular questions that Jason and Giovanni were asking. They were just pretty much asking the basic stuff, like did Jackie take care of you when you were younger? You know, why did you feel she was treating you differently, and things like, you know, of that sort. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And from what I got, I could just summarize it all up with, like, Jackie, you was a shitty parent to Kari. You was really fucked up. You messed up. And it don't last forever. You only get one mom, and you only gonna get one Kari. Because, I mean, at this point, Jackie, you ain't having no more babies. And you can't remake a child anyway and try to do over what you didn't do for one child on another child. That doesn't make it right either. So I think you should just, I say you like I'm talking straight to Jackie, but I think Jackie should just, you know, try to mend their relationship. And, you know, because families go through things, and those kind of things, they do happen. And I'm not making excuses for Jackie, but they do happen. And parents are human too. I mean, I used to think my mom was super mom until stuff happens and you realize they're human beings and they got to work through it just like everybody else. And I think that tomorrow is not promised. And Kari had no hatred in her heart towards that Jackie. Not one word or one thing in that interview was malicious. Now, she was stating facts and stating truth and her right, but I didn't feel her bashing Jackie. It was still, you know, that, like, that's my mom type of feeling to it for me. So for me, that's why I said I just really felt that she was really genuine. I don't feel like there was any lies in the matter. Like, every question they asked her, she answered. She didn't have a problem with answering it. And, I mean, let's just go back to Jackie and be real clear. Jackie do a lot of backpedaling and a lot of and this and that and see, this is what happened and all of that. So, yeah, Jack, get that together. She need to get that together with her daughter before, you know, it's too late. Because, like I said, tomorrow is not promised. And life goes on. That's all for that, though, y'all. See y'all.